Your name, your address, and your phone number are floating around the internet. Easy for strangers, scammers, and companies you've never heard of to find. Data brokers and shady databases collect and sell your private details to anyone willing to pay, putting you at risk of nonstop spam, scams, and fraud. You can't stop them from collecting data, but you can control who gets to keep it. That's why I use Incogni. They remove your private information from more than 420 of these sites automatically. And with their unlimited plan, you get total coverage. If you spot your personal details anywhere else online, just send them the link, and their privacy experts will get it taken down. It's the easiest, most complete way to protect yourself and personal life. Right now, you can lock in 60% off with my exclusive deal at privacykim.com. Go to privacykim.com right now and start protecting your privacy. This is so important. Privacykim.com. That's privacykim.com. But wait, there's more. Here's hour 4 of the Kim Komando Show. Oh my gosh. Uber just released their Lost and Found Index. I mean, this is a complete report of what people forget in their rideshare. Let's see. Riders left 70 Nintendo Switches last year. That's a no-brainer. I mean, you're sitting there in the car and you're playing your game and then you're rushed to get out. Color was super important. Red items were the most common color of things lost. You would think, like, if it was red, that you would totally see it, like, oh my gosh, over 8,000. Now, what do you think was the most forgotten sports swag? Yes, the Eagles. Apple stuff is again on the list of the most important things that people are leaving behind. We're thinking of iPhones, AirPods, 2 million phones left in cars, both iPhone and Android. Wow. Let me tell you, my Uber driver that I had the other day just really cared about my mental health. He sent me a message that said, "I'm here for you." And I thought, oh, isn't that just so heartwarming? All right. It was kind of a joke. And on that happy note, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's America's largest show about all things digital, your most trusted source. Because after all, I'm America's beloved digital goddess, Kim Komando, here with you once again, always making sure that you are tech ahead and never left tech behind in the digital dust. And you can find my show on over 425 top stations throughout the United States. And of course, streaming in your favorite radio app. And you can also get the Kim Komando Show as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for Komando with a K, of course. And a big hello and salute goes out to all of our listeners on the American Forces Network Radio. I just love this. Reaching over 375,000 U.S. service members in 175 countries and 200 ships at sea get the Kim Komando Show. And of course, I'm sure you have at least a few questions about something digital I can lend a hand to. And I know you can always ask your favorite AI chatbot any question you want, but those chatbots, they make stuff up. They hallucinate, and I do not. 1-888-825-5254 is the way to join us. And let me tell you a secret. You don't need to sit on hold for hours to wait to speak with me. You can make an appointment by heading over to the official homepage of the Kim Komando Show. That's Komando with a K, of course. And in the upper right-hand corner, there's a link that says Ask Kim. Alrighty then, every single day of my life, weekends, weekdays, national holidays, even on my birthday, you can count on me to visit at least 35, 40 different sources about tech news. And I read all the white papers and the research reports. I speak to industry insiders. And I even have friends who are white hat hackers to make sure that I know exactly what's happening in the tech world. So I can tell you the 5 most important things that you need to know about right now. And we're going to start with number 1. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most hated of them all? Okay, there are so many. Okay, so many. Google Sundar Pichai, he doesn't really seem to irritate anyone. But Amazon's Jeff Bezos, his wife just irritates everyone for some reason. She's not the boss. Elon Musk is the boss. And what you think of him depends on what you think of President Trump. Tim Cook, well, he's from Apple, and he manufactures things that generally make people happy, which leaves us with man-child Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, the guy's trying. You got to give him some credit for that. He's no longer wearing those drab gray T-shirts. He's wearing coats and ties and a lot of gold chains for some reason. But get this, he's hated by 60% of Republicans and 75% of Democrats. Bad luck, Zuck. And speaking of Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, Instagram, and their largest shareholder, They have never really been good corporate citizens. They've really never shown the slightest interest of caring for its customers. They like to say users. No, these are people. Mark Zuckerberg's companies allow Americans to be ripped off to the tune of, get this, $2 billion. Wow. Why or how? Thousands and thousands of phony ads. And after the bills and the salaries are all paid off, Facebook and Instagram generates around $40 billion a year in pure profit. And when a company operates this level, it actually can afford, you'd think, a huge staff dedicated to removing all these slick and phony ads that are just ripping Americans off all the time. From fake crypto celebrity endorsements, malware disguised as games. The scams on Facebook are smarter, faster, and more dangerous than ever. And Facebook, what do? Nada. Nothing. Moving on to number 3. Today, 2.3 million travelers are going to fly in commercial aviation. And on each aircraft, there's that flight attendant who just can't wait to tell you to turn off your phone. Most of us do it grudgingly, but none of us really believe that our phones can bring down a commercial aircraft. But can it? Let's begin here. There has never, ever been one verified case of someone's cell phone bringing down any airplane anywhere or causing a critical event. A quarter of a century ago, there were a few reports of an autopilot suddenly disconnecting, or maybe you had some random navigation error, but none of these events could be duplicated during the many, many investigations. So, bottom line, your phone causes absolutely no risk to the plane. And why the airlines are pulling off this nonsense flight after flight gets me. All right, moving on to number 4, let's talk about the most technically advanced U.S. jet fighter ever. It's the F-47. Here's a glimpse of what this new plane can do that our current aircraft cannot. Okay. What we don't know about is exactly how fast or high it will fly. That's classified. We don't know how much it will cost. Guess what? That's classified too. Okay. But what we do know is just pure science fiction. The aircraft responds to the pilot's thoughts. Wow, isn't that something? Some missions will fly even without a pilot. Flying along the F-47 will be AI-powered drones. And when the F-47 is attacked within microseconds, the drones will figure out the counterattack and engage with the attacker the F-47 flies on. Top Gun is taking on a whole new level. And finally, this coming in at number 5. This is really super interesting to me, and I think you'll find it interesting too. We're going to be talking about Gen Alpha. These are the kids that were born between 2010 and 2024. The oldest, of course, just turned 15. Now, most of these kids have had a tablet in the hands before they can even say a sentence. Now, of course, teachers are all saying, oh, they can't really write sentences, but they can certainly swipe. Parents love that you can just hand them an iPad and then you have quiet time inside of a restaurant. Now, the big surprise to all of this, of course, people are saying because of all the screens, they're developmentally challenged, they don't have empathy, they're emotionally drained. No. All this screen time is starting to pay real money. A new survey from the social commerce platform WAP found that nearly half of Gen Alpha earns cash online. The average call, about $14 an hour. What are they doing? They're setting up Roblox storefronts. They're flipping digital trading cards. They're selling custom emojis to friends on Discord. 1 in 10 is into clipping, which means slicing long YouTube videos, podcasts, or Twitch streams into snack-sized clips that go viral on TikTok or on Instagram Reels. Wow. Isn't that something? Because if a clip pops up, ad revenue or creative funds just roll in. Love that. Just love that they're using that to make some money. And entrepreneurship, amazing. Okay, let me tell you, I know who our first caller is, and you're not going to want to miss it. Wow. Just an amazing question this guy has on the board. Coming up, we're going to talk also about how to record phone calls, how your printer is actually tracking you, and some digital clues that your spouse or partner may be cheating on you. And of course, we have more phone calls, and you have me, Kim Komando. Imagine getting $500 for yourself and $500 to give someone who truly deserves it. This is your chance to make a difference, folks. It's our Pay It Forward contest, and it's ending soon. So I want you to make sure that you enter right now, because here's the deal. As I said, you're going to get $500 from me, and then you're going to say, hey, Kim Komando, I want you to give $500 to a teacher, a nurse, a neighbor, a stranger who's having some tough times, and you could be the reason why their life turns around. I want you to enter right now at winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. And in just a few minutes, how your printer is tracking you secretly. Yeah, I said your printer. And joining me here on the Kim Komando Show is my cohort of sorts and things. And he also is a master of all things digital. Right, Andrew?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll take it.
So what do you think about nobody liking Mark Zuckerberg?
Who does like Zuckerberg? He was weird before. Now he's a weird guy trying to be a cool guy. And that's even weirder.
He's got like the perm going on.
He's doing what? Jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
Trying to be cool?
Yes.
Wearing hip T-shirts?
There are some people who think that he's going through a little midlife crisis.
Have you seen his Sweet Baby Ray's video?
No.
He did it, and I don't know if it's sponsored or not, but he was doing like this backyard grilling video, and he says the term Sweet Baby Ray's, which is a barbecue sauce, about 150 times in a 2-minute span. He just keeps saying Sweet Baby Ray's, Sweet Baby Ray's, Sweet Baby Ray's.
Does he need the money?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he's just socially awkward.
All right, so look at Joe's call in Los Angeles. Ooh, naughty pics. Hi, Joe. Welcome to the show. What's going on? How come I see naughty pics that says what you want to talk about?
Yeah, it's a pleasure to get to talk to you. Been a long-time fan of yours. In fact, I even get your email newsletter every morning. So anyway, I've been the victim of a sextortion from a Facebook fake account, and I need your advice.
So tell us what happened.
Well, like a dummy, I answered a Facebook Messenger from a lady, and we started chatting, and one thing led to another, and she wanted my picture, and like an idiot, I sent her my picture. Now, it was a Facebook picture, so I assumed it would be okay. And then she wanted some other pictures, which they weren't of me, but I had some, so I sent to her, expecting pictures from her. Instead, I get this picture of my Facebook picture profile, and then the pictures that I had sent saying that I'm now wanted by the FBI, and she was going to post this unless I sent her $1,000.
Okay, we got to clear this up because there's a lot of the word picture was used about 64 times here.
Yes.
You sent her an original picture, which we'll say was G-rated, that you would post it on your Facebook page, correct?
Yes, a picture of me that she
Correct.
wanted.
And then she wanted nudes, and you sent her nude photos, but they were not of you.
Right. They didn't show my picture. She wanted a face picture, new to me, but I didn't. I had some others I sent her instead.
Okay, so you just sent her some.
Were they you, though? Were the nudes you?
No, they were some I got off the internet like everybody else does. So.
Okay, so you sent her nude pictures of somebody else.
Right.
And then she said, wow, this is an opportunity for me to do a little sextortion scheme.
Correct.
And she wanted $1,000.
Correct.
Has she edited the photos to put your head or your face on the nudes?
No, she just made up this, showed me what she was going to post on Facebook at the time. And it was just my picture and then one picture that I had sent her and then my Facebook profile that had all my information on it. Okay,
and so now are you wondering if she's going to do it, or how do you get the picture back, or what's up?
Well, the question was, I blocked her immediately. I went online to find out what to do, and there was a company called Digital Forensics Corporation that said they could help with the situation. And I was wondering if Kim had any knowledge of them, if they were a legitimate company.
And so what's your goal? Is your goal to try to get the pictures back, Joe?
No, everything that I was told, they say do not pay, because once you pay,
then they have everything. But I mean, why are you reaching out for some company to where you're going to pay them for help? I mean, what's the end game?
To not let the pictures be released.
Okay, but you said you took the pictures off the internet of somebody else.
They're not you.
So what are you worried about?
Well, because they said reputation by sending, because she had access to my friends list on Facebook.
Okay. All right.
So
So okay. So here's the thing. Okay. So let's just cut to the chase. Okay.
Okay.
Number one, nobody should ever send anything to anybody on Facebook,
Especially not a stranger.
Okay. And now that she could have, now she has, or he, whoever it is.
Sure.
Okay, they have the ability to put together a couple of pictures and then send them out to everybody on your friends list.
Or take a picture of the chat where you sent the pictures as proof.
And then that this was me.
Right.
And meanwhile, you thought you were going to be just meeting some hottie, and now they want money. So my recommendation would be is to close down the Facebook account.
Yeah, because then they can't tag you.
Right.
And if they can't tag you, then your friends won't be able to see it in their feed or anything like that. So they may post it, but it's just going to be posting all the other guys that they're scamming.
Exactly. But you're not going to have to worry about your mom.
Right.
Oh, it looks a little different than when I saw it last. Okay. All right. So I think we ought to take a moment here, Andrew. And Joe, thanks for your call. Don't hire another company. Don't do that. Just go ahead and remove your Facebook account. If you want to start another one up at some point, just, instead of being Joe in LA, be,
Joey.
Hottie in Houston. Maybe that would be it. Okay. So number one red flag.
Yeah.
Woman reaches out to you on Facebook.
Sure.
Okay. Number two.
Gorgeous woman, most likely.
Yes. Number two starts flirting with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe even asks you to go to WhatsApp or Telegram. Something like that.
Yeah, know that that's a telltale sign, especially if it's in like the first 5 minutes of chatting. Why do we have to go to another chat app when we're chatting on a chat app?
Okay. And then they ask for nudes. Now, what I think is interesting about Joe's case is that he found pictures of somebody else's eggplant on the internet, and now is worried that somebody's going to see it.
Is the old bait and switch, though. He was sending her nudes because he thought he was going to get nudes back.
Yes.
And Joe, just want to let you know, and this may be a public service announcement, the internet's full of nudes. And the ones she's going to send you are the exact ones that are sitting on the internet because this was a scam.
So I think people just need to be smarter, Andrew. I
think with your brain, nothing else.
Nothing else. Instead of stop and think, don't click that link.
Right.
Just think with the big brain. Yes. That's it. Wow. Okay. All right. You can't spot it with the naked eye, but your printer embeds yellow dots on every piece of paper. They're called machine identification codes, and they reveal the date, the time, your printer model, and its serial number, which, of course, can be all what? Yes, traced right back to you. Now, manufacturers say we need this to stop counterfeiters from printing funny money, but they can do a lot more. It also can be used to track down whistleblowers and sources of some leaked documents. So how can you actually see these things? You can try and find them by printing a page and examining it under a blue LED light or a microscope. And if you're privacy-minded, most inkjet printers don't embed the tracking data. That's your safer pick. All right, still to come. Do you ever have that feeling, that icky feeling that maybe your partner, your spouse may be cheating on you? Well, there are some digital clues for you to watch out for. I got that coming up here on the Kim Komando Show. If you own a home, listen up. This is scary. The FBI is warning about a crime on the rise: home title theft. And it doesn't happen the way you might think. No break-ins, no stolen keys, just a forged signature on a single piece of paper filed with the county. In minutes, criminals can transfer the title out of your name, then use your ownership to drain your equity or even sell your home. The worst part, most people don't know what's happening until they get collection or foreclosure notices in the mail. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. When you visit HometitleLock.com/Kim, you'll get a free title history report and a 14-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, including 24/7 monitoring of your home's title, urgent alerts to changes, and if fraud does happen. Their U.S.-based restoration team will work to restore your title, covering costs up to $1 million. Don't wait. Protect your home and equity today. Get your free 14-day trial at HomeTitleLock.com/Kim. That's HomeTitleLock.com/Kim.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Wish you could become a morning person? You know the type, up before the sun, early morning runs, first one to the office with donuts and a smile. How do they do it? Easy. With the new Galaxy Watch 8, sleep tracking and personalized insights from Samsung Health help you improve so you can wake up to a whole new you. One who, dare I say it, skips the snooze? It's possible. Train your sleep with Galaxy Watch 8. Learn more at Samsung.com. Requires compatible Samsung Galaxy phone, Samsung Health app, and Samsung account.
All right, let's talk about your phone. What would you do in this situation? Somebody's like all upset. They're frazzled. They come over to you and they say, oh my gosh, can I use your phone? My car won't start. I need to get home. It's an emergency. So you're a nice person. You have a big heart. You're hoping like maybe someday somebody else would help you. So you unlock your phone, you hand it over, and what do? They run away with your phone, and now they have access to every single thing on your phone. Now, let me tell you, criminals are pulling this game across the country. These lowlifes create this urgent situation to trigger your basic instinct to help. So if someone actually asks for your phone, they could be in trouble, and maybe you still want to help. So here's what you say. Just give me the number, and then I'll put that number on speakerphone for you to talk. If they're really in trouble, they're going to go along with it. If not, you just dodged another scam. Let's see. Coming up, we're going to talk about how you can record phone calls. And then later on, you don't want to miss this, some digital clues that your spouse or your partner may be cheating on you. And before we get to all of that, Dan in Austin, Texas. Hi there, Dan.
Hi. It's really great talking to you. I've been a long-time reader and occasional listener.
What do you mean occasional listener? I mean, I can't
listen all the time.
Okay, but would you ever like tell a woman like, you know, I love that dress, and every once in a while I might kiss you?
Sometimes you look really good in that.
Yes,
you mean
at the right angle.
Be complimentary.
Yeah, I like what. Did you hear what Andrew said, Dan? Okay, here he missed it. Go ahead.
I said you look really good in that dress sometimes at the right angle. That's a backhanded compliment. A sometimes listener.
I know. I walked in the studio today, Dan, and Andrew looked at me. He said, you look nice.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for the punchline.
I laid there. Stopped right there. That's where the compliment ended. We did not quantify
it. Not at all. So what's on your mind, Dan, aside from learning how to give a woman a compliment?
Hey, I still haven't learned that one. Anyway, I started looking for work last year, and I've got like 4 scam job interviews or offers that they always say, we saw your resume on a certain place that I don't even use anymore, and we want to interview you. And then they interview me, very simple interview, make an offer, and, they want all this private information. I'm very careful about that because of listening, to your show and reading your emails.
So are you having trouble finding legit offers at legit companies? Is that it?
It is hard.
Yeah.
It didn't used to be like this.
It actually happened to us. Is that somebody posted a job for a podcast producer? I think it was on Indeed. And we were getting all these people saying, oh, we're so excited about this job. Until finally, I don't know who it was on our team, but somebody called and said, why do I need to buy my own computer? And why are you sending money before I took the job? It's like, okay, there's your red flag.
Isn't it like 2025 is the year of the job scam? Like love and job interviews, those are going to be like the top 2 targeted things in 2025 when it comes to scams?
Yeah, that and crypto.
Yeah, okay, that's another one.
Yeah,
right?
Another crypto. So if you're looking for a legitimate job and you're wondering about it, I mean, number one, you're going to verify the company and go to the company's website. Like, for example, they're always going to have a career section, and that's where they list their opportunities. You can also, of course, look at their other propaganda that they have out, maybe on LinkedIn. Reach out to them by phone. Yes, I know. It's hard to believe.
What's that?
Okay. Call the HR department and say, is this really an opportunity and how do I apply? Nobody's going to ask you for money or for confidential information before you actually accept the job offer. You may need to fill out an application, of course, but that's going to be done through a secure server. And also, speaking of, you have to be able to get your resume through the AI bots right now, too. Have you run into that, Dan?
No, I'm not really sure what you're saying.
That no longer do we have an actual human being go through all the resumes. Artificial intelligence is doing it right now. It used to be that if you were looking for a job, say a sales and marketing position, and there were certain words in the ad, and of course you want to have those certain words on your resume, but you would double dip. You would put those words that were in the ad in a white font on your resume that the bots could read, but somebody would not see. So you're trying to game the system. So if you do that now, it actually is going to backfire against you because the company's going to go like, cheater.
Why not? It shows initiative.
That's the way I would look at it. Actually, like, whoa.
Going the extra mile there.
This is smart.
And it's smart, yeah.
So now to get past the bots, it's still that you want to use a lot of the words that are in the job description itself. And you don't want to put your photo in because AI can't really see that and won't look at it. You want to use standard headings. So instead of careers, or instead of saying careers, you might be tempted to say things that I did. You want to use careers. You don't want to list your hobbies anymore, your highlights. And again, you want to only use words that are in your industry. And if you have certain skill sets, like Python, C++, you happen to know me. No, just kidding. Is that those can also enhance getting past the AI bots.
All right, Dan, you've met your quota for listening to Kim. You can go ahead and go away now.
Bye-bye now.
Sometimes, listener.
We are promoting you outward.
Oh, that's tech speak right there.
All right, let's see who's next. David in Portland, Maine. Hi, David.
Hi, it's great to talk to you. I've been listening to you for a bit. It's kind of cool to hear your voice in person.
Well, good. Me too. I like to hear my voice too. Otherwise, the option would not be good for anybody.
I got to be honest, David. It's pretty overrated, but go ahead.
Oh, ouch. Ouch.
Oh, I got a side business. I'm a full-time plumber, and I got my own side business on the side, and I'm trying to find a tablet that is rugged enough that I can use, that I can do invoicing and downloading, and when I get like blueprints, be able to enlarge and all that stuff.
So what's the side business?
It's another plumbing business.
Okay.
I do it on the side. Yep. I work full-time during the week for somebody else, and I work full-time on the weekends for myself. So I'm trying to find something that has to make my life a little bit easier.
So as a plumber, what is the strangest call you've ever had?
Strangest call I've ever had? I don't know. For me, it'd probably be something common. It's not really very, I'd say I found a pair of glasses in the bottom of someone's toilet once, and they didn't even know they were missing them.
Oh, where are my glasses?
Did they just shake them off and put them right back on?
I handed it to him, and he walked off, so I don't know what he did with them. But
no phones in the toilet? Do you ever have phones in the toilet?
No, never phones. Phones are pretty big. They actually don't fit down toilets anymore.
Oh, that's good. All right, so when we start talking about tablets, are you a Windows man or an Apple fan?
I'm a window man. I don't get too technological into a lot of this stuff. I just try to keep it simple.
Okay, well, what you're going to look for, I would look for a Lenovo tablet. They're pretty stable, they're great, and they're cheap. They're like $250. So this way you get started in the low end, and then eventually at some point you're going to call me up and you're going to like, that side business, Kim, totally took off because you gave me the recommendation for the tablet. And now I'm looking to really expand my horizon, and I want to get an Apple iPad.
Also, because of your profession, make sure you get a waterproof case.
100%.
So that entire thing is sealed up.
Yes, we definitely need that.
Don't want any splashes.
No, we don't need any of that. Dave, thanks for your call. Appreciate you calling. Speaking of being a plumber, let me tell you, my friend just finished his apprenticeship as a plumber. Yeah. He's toilet trained now. Oh, that was a good one. You're going to steal that from me. I just know it. All right, here's a pro tip. I want you to start recording your important phone calls, doctor's appointments, billing disputes, anything legal. I can't tell you how many times recording call has totally saved me. So here's the deal. On your iPhone, super easy. Just tap start call recording during the call, and everybody gets an audio alert, not a secret. You can stop recording by hitting stop or just hanging up that call. Now, your recordings are saved in your notes folder under call recordings. Makes sense. Now, on Android, it's always a little bit trickier. Google blocks call recording apps. Now, some phones and carriers do let them happen on the phone. To check, open the phone app, start or receive a phone call, and then look for a record on the screen. Now, before you record, you know the deal, make sure that you check your state's local laws. All right, still to come, we have more of your phone calls that you just can't afford to miss, ever. You're on the Kim Komando Show. Let's see who's next. Bob in Fort Myers, Florida. I love Fort Myers. Hi there, Bob.
Hey, I'm told I can tell you a dad joke, Kim.
All right. Oh, okay.
Okay. What is the difference between a hippo and a Zippo?
A hippo?
I don't want to ruin it, but I know it.
A hippo and a Zippo. What is it?
A hippo is really heavy. The other is a little lighter.
I love that one.
I was going to say, you better jump on board. That's right up your alley with bad jokes, Kim.
You know what? I'm gonna put that in a newsletter. I'm going to use that. And I'm going to.
I do thank you for your jokes in a newsletter.
See, people love my jokes, Andrew. Bob, thank you for that.
It's just Bob. We can't jump to people already.
Okay, because here's what happens. After the show, Andrew looks at me and he says, you ought to cut back on the jokes because they're not that funny.
I'm actually a lot more meaner than that.
And then what I do, I look at him, Bob, and I say, whose name's on the building?
And then I walk away.
That's it.
In shame.
Well, I love you jokes.
Thank you. So how can I help you out?
Well, my wife misplaced her wallet, and it had an AirTag in it. So I go to Find My, and it shows that the AirTag is in or around the house someplace. But that's as far as I got. And we go to room to room to room to room, and it's just showing in the house. And we found it in the car on the street, which is about 25 feet away. But is there some way to be more specific to where it is so when I have the Find Me on, I can, walk to the room or the place where it is?
What kind of iPhone is it?
A 16.
Oh, okay. That should work. Because precision.
No, I'm sorry, a 14.
Well, that should work too. That should work too. Precision finding is only in an iPhone 11 or newer. So that was my first thing. But, if the car was parked away, or maybe you also have to deal with some Faraday cage problems that may be happening, because of the steel in the car. What kind of car is it?
A 2002 VW Beetle.
Oh, so cute. I love those.
Slug bug.
Does she have a little flower in the little cup holder there?
Yes.
I'm a car girl, and I normally don't like cars unless it's an 8 or 12 cylinder. But I've always had my eye on a VW just so I could drive around with a fresh flower in the cup.
This is a turbo, and it's really fast.
Oh, it's a turbo.
Nice.
Whoa, yeah, it's a turbo. Here's a trick. Sometimes if you're having trouble finding an AirTag, you should put the phone into airplane mode for about 10 seconds. It's a little bit of a glitch.
Okay.
And so you put the phone into airplane mode for 10 seconds, and then it will recycle, and then it will maybe be able to find that signal better. But precise finding is actually pretty awesome because it tells you 3 feet away, to the left, to the right, wherever it may be. And don't forget, you can also make that AirTag make a sound, which I know that it's far because it was in the car and the turbo Volkswagen. Oh. How much did you pay extra for that turbo?
I don't know. I just ordered the car and it ordered the turbo with it. So
the flower
away from the factory.
The flower holder was a couple of grand. That was such a gimmick when that car came out.
That was a gimmick, wasn't it? So how often do you put a fresh flower in your wife's car?
Well, something happened to the original ones about a year ago, and I had to replace them. So we never. These are the plastic flowers, not real ones.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you, they were there for over 20 years.
Okay, if you really loved your wife, I'm not saying. I mean, this is your bride. She put up with a lot of things in your life. I mean, maybe you might want to figure that out.
To get a real flower in there? Is that what you're telling him?
Yes.
True love means a real flower?
Yes.
All right, I'm taking notes.
Yes.
You've been married a long time. You probably know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've been married a long time. I picked up a lot of undies in my life. Those Apple AirTags are phenomenal. Just a reminder, wherever you travel, make sure that you put one. Make sure that you always put one in your luggage. I mean, absolutely. And now the airline apps are working with the Apple AirTags itself, so you don't need to tell the airline where they lost your bag, because they will know, because it'll be right there. All right, let's talk about my free newsletter. If you haven't actually tried it, I don't know what you're doing. I mean, where have you been? You must be in a cave. Over 650,000 folks get my newsletter every single day. It's specifically designed from me to you so that within 5 minutes, you are tech ahead. You know exactly what's going on. You get the deep dive. You get the web water cooler. You get device advice. You get what the tech, something strange that's happening. And so at the end of you going through this newsletter, let me tell you, you are informed. You are entertained. Yeah, there's some bad jokes too. So here's what I want you to do. Take the challenge. You're going to love my newsletter. If you don't love it, just unsubscribe. No hard feelings. So how do you sign up? Just go right now while you're thinking about it. Head over to getkim.com. Once again, that's getkim.com. All right, still to come, some clues that your spouse may be cheating on you. By looking through the devices, you might be surprised what you might find here on the Kim Komando Show. All right, so maybe your spouse is cheating on you. Here's what you want to do. Maybe they don't leave their phone unlocked. Okay. Pay attention to increased secrecy surrounding their devices. Look out for any unusual changes in your spouse's online behavior. Be suspicious if you know to delete a text message. Look for any new documents and notes. Let me tell you, lovers are now sharing secret conversations and pictures using Google Docs or by using the iPhone Notes app, so you want to look there. Hey, don't forget to enter our Pay It Forward challenge at winfromkim.com. And that's the end of hour 4. But I'm sure in your podcast player, there are some shows that you haven't listened to. Come on. Just fire up your podcast player and get more tech know-how, whether you're walking or on your commute or whatever you might be doing.